G'day and welcome to my garage. G'day, I'm Peter and welcome to my garage. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. We're now waiting for the new year. It's the end of December, the 26th today. So what will I be up to next year? Well, next year I'm going to start on a version of the Gingerry dividing head. Gingerry's dividing head is worked around a 40 to 1 worm wheel and worm. I've been generously given a 50 to 1 worm wheel and worm. So I've had to reconstruct Gingerry's dividing head to accommodate the 50 to 1 ratio that I had. I've successfully managed to fit the 50 to 1 package of worm and worm wheel into a similar sized package that Gingerry presented in his book 6. The worm wheel will sit about there, so I've got clearance, and the worm will be about there. I hope to do other things in 2020. I don't know exactly what they will all be, but another project for 2020 will be to modify one part of the Gingerry mill to make it work a bit better. When I originally built this, I used two 4-step pulleys from a wood turning lathe. The problem with the problem I'm getting is the first stage here, the middle stage actually, because the first stage is straight off the motor. The second stage is the four-step pulleys, one each end. They were supposed to be 5, 4, 3, 2-inch pulleys. What came out of the wood lathe was, I think the tallest is 3-inch, down to about 1 1/4, I think. And what's happening for me, I can't run this machine on the high speed because in this machine there's another ratio again from the intermediate counter shaft to the spindle itself. There's a 2 to 1 or a 1 to 2 ratio that's interchangeable with 2 pulleys on the counter shaft, 2 pulleys on the spindle. That's a high and low range. That seems to be working fairly well, but the main 4-stage pulley arrangement up the top, that's not working. It's slipping too much. I don't think I have enough wraparound of the belt on the pulley. So what I plan to do is change that with a toothed belt pulley, running a toothed belt. So I plan to change that with a 4-stage toothed belt pulley arrangement. So that's later in 2020, but first in 2020 I'll be starting the 50 to 1 dividing head. I'll see you then. Okay, so in 2020, in January, I will be starting the dividing head. That will take some time to get through, and then we'll see what other projects will happen after that. Definitely the tooth belt pulley system for the top section here, the middle transmission section, main transmission section of the gingery mill, and whatever else comes up after that. I've still got in the back of my mind the shaper, but there's some things I'd like to do on the mill that needs to be done. That drive mechanism has to be done. I would like to put some tapered roller bearings in the spindle head. That will require casting a new spindle head, because these are 1-inch bushes, so they're about 1 inch and 3/16. So I need to go metric. 1 inch 25 and a bit. We'll say a quarter is 6. So it's 32. We'll say 32 mil, and the bearings are 47 mil outside diameter. So this housing needs to be larger, slightly, only about 5 or 10 mil deeper in depth. The height was still okay. The rest of it was still okay. I think it was only about 10 millimetres deeper in depth, and I don't need to make a bearing cap. Just needs to be a solid head. So that's a project that I will take on in 2020, but the dividing head first, and then the tooth belt pulley system. So I wish you a happy new year. Enjoy, be safe, and I'll catch you in 2020.